Hello everyone, it's Robin DeGroot and it's TLC, Truth, Love, Creativity. Now today is truly my last day of my trip. I'm ready to go to a workout. Basically it's a part of the gym I'm going to join while I'm here and when I'm here. So I get to have just a consult so that can help me with the workouts. Anyway, so I didn't get to do the runes on my video yesterday because it did get cut off with a call. So it was around 10 minutes, so that was all right. I didn't really want it to be too long. So today I'm going to do the runes. So runes are Norse Viking mythology, and they're also an oracle divination tool. And I will show you what I have used, like how I've used them for a long time, which is mostly like kind of with the book, the accompanying book by Ralph Blum. And I'm starting to get more knowledgeable about the meanings and their essence. But I will do a combination today, so I'll look it up, get the Norse Viking name, the English translation name, and then read a little bit about what the interpretation is from Ralph Blum, and then how I see it for the energy today. So let's point this camera towards the table, and I will choose 3 runes for today's energy. Okay. So I have this little bag that it came with. They're very formed like smooth tiles, but some of them are made on more rough clay. So this set I got in probably 1992 or 3, so early days of university. So this is the first one. Let me point it so it's going to make a little bit more sense here. We'll see. Okay. This is the next one. And here's the final one. Now you can do several kinds of readings. I tend to like the 3 rune reading, and same with tarot. I like the 3 card reading. So there's even different ways you can do the 3 element spread. Sometimes it's past, present, future. Sometimes it's the situation, the challenge, and the outcome, or the situation, what's hindering or helping, and the outcome. And you can also just say this is the first thing coming up, and then these all further clarify. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to just say them about what's going on, and then further clarification about the situation. Okay, so the first one is Gebo, G-E-B-O. So Gebo is partnership. So I'm thinking this has to do with, even right now, Uranus is heading into Taurus, so I think this whole theme about partnerships and something unexpected in relationships is really coming up right now. So partnership, a gift. Drawing this rune is an indication that partnership in some form is at hand. In love relationships, in business matters, in partnering of every kind, you're put on notice not to collapse yourself into that union, for true partnership is achieved only by separate and whole beings who retain their separateness even as they unite. Remember to let the winds of heaven dance between you. At the same time, there's another aspect of partnership that you're being called to consider, for the path of partnership can lead you to the realization of still a greater union, the union with the higher self, union with the divine. The ultimate gift of this rune is the realization of the divine in all things. God always enters into equal partnerships. Gebo, the rune of partnership, has no reverse, for it signifies the gift of freedom, from which flow all other gifts. Now there is a reverse, so if I chose these and they're placed upside down, then I can read the reverse, or I can think about it that it's kind of the opposite energy of what the rune signifies. Now I tend to believe that I just read them both. I read the upright and the reversed, or I take it both into consideration, because runes can also be done where you have different patterns on cloth, and the runes can be thrown, so they can fall into different sections of the layout. And then in that case, I feel like if they fell reversed, it's a bit more important. In this case, because I'm choosing them and how I'm putting them down is a little bit arbitrary, then I don't actually worry about that too much. So I do feel like this theme is going to apply for everyone today, and it's about partnerships and even connecting more with your higher self. And I'm about to go and do a a whole, I'm trying to remember what this is called, but it's it's where the gym people will basically set me up a workout, and I will get back to that real name eventually. But it's kind of cool to have met these people, and they seem really great, and the gym is really awesome, so I'm excited about that. And also getting back into my own spiritual work, I'm very happy. So I do believe I've been able to connect more with what's important on this trip. So for others, I hope that this is going to be true for you, and that the theme is, it's like the gift of partnerships, and where meeting people can really give you an added benefit to your life. Now this next middle one is called Jera, or Jera, Jera, and it's harvest in English. So let's see, that one is fertile season, 1 year, the harvest. A rune of beneficial outcomes, Jera applies to any activity or endeavor to which you are committed. Be aware, however, that no quick results can be expected. A span of time is usually involved, hence the key word 1 year, symbolizing a full cycle before the reaping, the harvest, or deliverance. You have prepared the ground and planted the seed. Now you must cultivate with care. To those whose labor has a long season, a long coming to term, Jera offers encouragement of success. Know that the outcome is in the keeping of providence, and continue to persevere. Remember the old story about the farmer who was so eager to assist his crops that he went out at night and tugged on the new shoots. There is no way to push the river. Equally, you cannot hasten the harvest. Be mindful that patience is essential for recognition of your own process, which in its season leads to the harvest of the self. Now again, this one doesn't have a reverse position. It's either way you lay it down, it's the same. So that's interesting that two of these have come up, and they're just all about the one focused direction, which I like that. And it definitely applies to me. This trip is a bit of a confirmation that I'm really moving, and I'm feeling very confident that this is the right decision, and I'm feeling like it's all going to come together, and I will have all the means to rent and what I need to do. So I do believe it will probably take approximately 1 year. By this time next year, that I would be more settled and things are flowing again, and working on my coaching business and much more in the flow of what I want to be doing. So I hope this applies to others, that the partnership and the connections to your higher self, to your inner truth, that it leads to something that is the harvesting that will take approximately a year, but just need to realize that you need to have patience, but it's on the right track. And everything that will happen in that year really is going to be true to your heart. So this is where the gift comes in, that harvest of all your hard work. And if some people have taken courageous action and making big changes, I'm always one for transformation. So I feel like this is a really positive rune to be in the center as well. Okay, so the final one is called Othila, or Othila, and it's separation. So let's see how that plays out with this reading. Separation, retreat, inheritance. Excuse me. This is a time of separating paths. Old skins must be shed, outmoded relationships discarded. When you receive this rune, a peeling away is called for. Part of the cycle of initiation, Othila is a rune of radical severance. The appropriate action here is submission, and quite possibly retreat. Knowing how and when to retreat, and possessing the firmness of will to carry it out. Real property is associated with Othila, for it is the rune of acquisition and benefits. However, the benefits you receive, the inheritance, may be derived from something you must give up. This can be particularly demanding when what you are called upon to abandon is some aspect of your behavior, a part of your cultural inheritance. For then you must look closely at what until now you have proudly claimed as your birthright. Whether it is your attachment to your position in society, to the work you do, or even to your beliefs about your own nature, the separation called for will free you to become more truly who you are. Now, if this was reversed, this is what the reading says. This is not a time to be bound by old conditioning, old authority. Consider not only what will benefit you, but what will benefit others, and act according to the light you possess now in your life. Because you may be called upon to undertake a radical departure from old ways, total honesty is required. Otherwise, through negligence or refusal to see clearly, you may cause pain to others and damage to yourself. Adaptability and skillful means are the methods to cultivate at this time. And still you must wait for the universe to act. Receiving this rune, remember, we do without doing, and everything gets done. Now, the reason I read that is because I find the reversed actually still pertains to this rune. It's a similar severance idea. So it's about letting go of doing things, but in the reverse position, it's a little bit more passive, I find. Now, we did pick it upright. So I think this is kind of really amazing that it goes along with the rest. So we have a connection, partnership, and then the gift, the harvest, and really it has to do with letting go of the old ways. And for me, this totally applies, since I've been doing a lot of body work, but I don't really get to do the energetic work as much as I really want to. And now I'm a hypnotherapist, and I really want to get into deep dive coaching where I can do a whole transformative program for people in their 3 months that they're with me, and even longer or shorter, but we'll do quite concentrated work with the subconscious and just the inner self. And it doesn't mean the body work is not included, because energy work is body work. But I definitely want to have much more a comprehensive and encompassing work. So for me, this is totally true, and it applies that there will be a separation of physical location that is coming up, and I am actually gone right now from my home originally. So it's more about what is in my mind, and what's really the epiphany that's coming up right now is that I will be making a departure from my old ways, and different people will be in my life and other people will be out of my life, or just like less in my life. So I hope this